So now up till we in this tale we have seen that there was a pirate in that little white house where Belinda used to live with her 4 pets, okay, Ink, Blink, Mustard and Custard. So now as they found that strange sound which was been suddenly heard by everybody, was the source was that there was a pirate and he entered, and the pirate was fully loaded with guns. There were 2 pistols and there was a sharp knife, and he was looking very dreadful. So finally, looking at that pirate, Belinda was very fearful, and out of fear, see here, Belinda paled and she cried, "Help, help!" But Mustard fled with a terrified yell. Ink trickled down to the bottom of the household, and little Mouse Blink strategically mouse-holed. So, how everybody behaved, this stanza is just describing how everybody reacted to the presence of the pirate. Belinda was fearful and she turned white. All of a sudden she turned white because of fear, and she was crying, "Help, help!" She was looking for help. Somebody should help them to safeguard from the pirate. Okay. And whereas Mustard, who seemed to be very courageous here, he was terrified, he was horrified, and out of fearful he yelped. He was just he just made a sound, yelping sound, and he just went away, he flew away from there. Ink, he trickled down to the bottom of the household. So that small kitten, black kitten, it went down to the bottom house, that is bottom of the household, that is the underground area of that house. Okay, so because just everybody was fearful, and the little mouse Blink, he strategically mouse-holed. So Blink, he went inside in a very plan to safeguard himself. He went inside the mouse hole. So everybody was being here. They ran from that place and they were being horrified, and they found some safe place to protect themselves from pirate. But up jumped Custard, snorting like an engine, clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon. With a clatter and a clank and a jangling scream, he went at the pirate like a robin at a worm. So, fine, but here Custard, he all of a sudden he mustered his courage and he jumped ahead just to face that pirate, and he was snorting. Snorting means he was just exhaling, then the exhaling of the air was making a sound. Okay, so that is forceful air was being blown out of its nose, and that was making, it was a noisy, it was like roaring of an engine, it seems like that. Clashed his tail like irons in a dungeon, and he was just making, just stucking his tail here and there, and that was making sound because it was scaly, it was hard, and so it was, there was a clankling sound. It was the sound was coming out as if there it was been like that in an underground prison somebody is been clashing, somebody is been fighting. Okay, with a clatter and a clank. So everywhere it was been, his movement was making sounds, and there was a clank means a sound of metal being striking, okay, and a jangling scream. So finally he was making a sound like he was quarreling verbally, okay, so that is jangling. So he was making such a scream sound, and out of that he was trying to make a horrifying, a fearful he was trying to horrify the pirate with his presence, the way he was trying to show him that he has come to counter him, to fight him, and he went at the pirate. So finally he went on the pirate, he started facing him, he made a counter to him, and like a robin at a worm. He seemed like a robin is a bird, okay, like a bird he was just attacking, like a bird attacks a worm, small worm, to feed itself. So in this same manner he was attacking the pirate. The pirate gaped at Belinda's dragon. So that at that moment the pirate was he just made a gap, he just stepped back looking at Belinda's dragon and gulped some grog from his pocket flagon. He fired 2 bullets, but they didn't hit, and Custard gobbled him every bit. So finally he was he just galloped, means he just swallowed, okay, some grog and from his pocket falcon, okay, and then he fired 2 bullets just to resist the attack from the Custard, from that dragon. He tried to resist, he tried to fight, and during that resistance he fired 2 bullets also, but he missed the dragon and the bullets did not hit him. Finally Custard gobbled him, and Custard, all of just by attacking him, and what he did, he just swallowed complete pirate inside his mouth, and every bit complete, not even a trace was been left by Custard, nothing was been left out of that pirate. It was completely engulfed, it was being swallowed in one go by Custard, like bird swallows a worm. So in that manner he finally had eaten it rapidly and swallowed it. So this is how the pirate came to an end, and finally they were victorious. Now as this fight was over and the pirate was now being eaten by Custard, so Belinda embraced him, Custard licked him, no one mourned for his pirate victim. Ink and Blink in glee with great, and around the dragon ate the pirate. So everybody was dancing and they were singing, and Belinda was embracing, she was just making a hug, and she was just admiring the courage, the way Custard protected all of them. Okay, Mustard was out of love and like showing his gratification, he was licking him, and nobody was bothered, nobody was sad about that the victim, that pirate was being eaten by Custard. So nobody was they were not thinking, and they were not feeling sad about their victim. Ink and Blink, they both were being glee, they were being happy, okay, and they did a winding and a coil, they coiled around Custard and around the dragon that ate the pirate. So they all were being around the Custard, and they all were being happy, they were showing their happiness in different manner. Which Custard? The dragon who ate the pirate. So he who saved their life, they were trying to embrace him, trying to appreciate him, they were showing their gratitude towards Custard. But presently up spoke little dog Mustard. I have been twice as brave if I hadn't been flustered. And up spoke Ink, up spoke Blink. We have been 3 times as brave, we think. And Custard said, I quite agree that everybody is braver than me. Now see, though everybody was accepting the fact that they all behaved in a coward manner, they all were fearful, they were frightened with the presence of pirate, and here Custard took this fight all alone and he won. But though they were admiring, but they were boastful about, they still boasted and they were talking high about themselves. And what Mustard was saying, that if he would not have confused and fearful and confused, he would have shown, he would have been twice as brave as he was earlier. So, he would have shown bravery, he would have fought that pirate if he would not have been confused and frightened. Similarly, Ink and Blink, they also were been boasting about, they were also talking high about, speaking high about themselves, and they were also saying that we would have been three times as brave as we actually been projecting. Okay. So, Custard said, whereas the Custard, who was the real hero, he was very submissive and he accepted, he agreed, and what I quite agree, and he agreed to this, that everybody is braver than me, and he still agrees that though I fought very victoriously and I was brave enough in that situation, but then too I agree that everybody is very brave. Belinda still lives in her little white house with her little black kitten and her little grey mouse, and her little yellow dog, her little red wagon, and her yellow little pet dragon. So, here the poet starts repeating the first two stanzas, where he makes that the dragon has basically, he has accepted his safe place, and he has accepted that all other members are quite brave enough, and he himself is not that brave as the others are, though he acted in a very brave manner, but then too he accepts and he agrees his previous position, that he is not that brave as the others are and as they boasted, and he is quite happy the way he is been positioned, and he is happy to be safe and quiet and calm, away from all the conflicts, and he want to be in peace. So, that is why he accepts this, that okay fine, you all are quite brave enough, and I accept that you all are braver than me. So, this is how finally this tale, it ends with this same status, as still Belinda keeps on living as if they were been living earlier in that same little white house with all her pets, and Belinda as braver as barrel full of beer, and Ink and Blink chase lions down the stairs. Mustard is as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard keeps crying for a nice safe cage. So, still they all lived in the same manner as they used to live earlier. In the same manner, they all behaved like they all were been, like Belinda was as brave and bubbling and full of activity, and Ink and Blink, they were being very active and they were been running around and chasing and up and down the stairs. Okay. And similarly, Mustard was even as brave as he used to be earlier, and still Custard, he keeps crying for a nice safe cage. So, still Custard wants to be in a very safe and protected cage. He does not want to mingle into any of the conflicts of these other members in the house. So, this is how still they all lived in the same manner, but here now probably he has gained his courage. He has shown that at times when there is a requirement, when there will be a situation, he has acted bravely, and he is enough brave. He is not that coward as he pretended to be. It was just the nature of him that he wanted to keep away from the conflicts, want to be in a peaceful place and want to be in a safe cage. So, this is how this tale is been, this ballad is been written by Ogden Nash. Now, let us discuss some of the poetic aspects and the critical aspects of this poem. First of all, we should understand that this poem is been written in a rhyming scheme of AABB. See here. See the first stanza, little white house and a little grey mouse. So, house and mouse, here AA is the first rhyming scheme and it completes with a little red wagon, little pet dragon. So, here this is the second set of sound which is coming BB. So, the rhyming schemes become AAB. So, this is the rhyming scheme which is being followed by the poet in this. Here another, let us talk about the poetic devices also which are being used here, that there is a lot of places, there are a lot of examples of simile which is being used by the poet. See here, yellow dog as sharp was sharp as mustard. So, he was being similarly here in this third stanza, mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose. Okay. So, this is how he has used, see, as brave as a barrel full of beers. Similarly, okay. So, mustard was as brave as a tiger. This is also where the simile is being used. So, in this manner, there is lot of simile poetic device is being used which creates an imagery, a beautiful imagery in the poem. So, this is how this particular poetic device is being prominently used in this poem. Another aspect which we can see is that there are a lot of words which are being incorrectly spelled just to match the rhyming scheme which we discussed, like here window is being used, that is actually a word window. So, in this manner there are such words are being used just to rhyme and just to let it merge into the rhyming scheme of the poem. So, this is how this poem has been discussed. We have discussed all the key aspects of this poem. I hope you must have understood. Go through the video and take up all the PDF work which has been there with this video, and whatever doubts which arise in your mind, we will cater to all those in our upcoming online classes. Thank you, students.